रूपागदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, so let's begin. Prabhu, can you drop a reminder in the group saying the class has begun?
I've already, Mataji, I've done that, yeah. I've put a message saying that Kirtan is going on now, class followed by class.
Okay, let's begin with the Kirtan. Before that, I welcome you all. Today we will be doing Glories of Lord Nityananda. So we are doing Panchatatvas, right? In the last class we did Glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a capsule form. It's not even a capsule form. We didn't even, touch the tip of the iceberg basically. But we just got introduced to who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. Right, and today we will be learning a little bit again about Nityananda Prabhu, who is Balram himself. Okay, Hare Krishna, all of you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Okay, so we will begin with a bhajan. So since we are learning about Lord Nityananda, we will be definitely singing something on him only.
So nothing about kotha ko.
Okay, let's begin. This is Nityananda Ashtakam. Okay. By Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so all the details that we are doing, we are learning about Panchatatvas are all extracted from Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is composed by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Okay. प्रेमे गुरणितनयना पूर्णिता चञ्चलमृदुगतिनिन्दितम् वदनमण्डलचान्दनिर्मल वचनामृतखण्डितम् असीमगुणगणितारिणि जगजने मोहिता हे कुर्वन्तितम् जयति जय वसुधानवप्रिय देहिनीं स्वापदान्तिकम् महिरमण्डलचर्मि घण्डमण्डलधोरणितम् किनिरूपममालतीधाम अङ्गे अनुपमशोभितम् मधुरमधुमहिमत्वा मधुकर चारुचौरिकचुम्बितम् जयति जय वसुधानवप्रिय देहिनीं स्वपदान्तिकम् अजनुलम्बितबाहु सुवलिता मातकरिवरनिन्दितम् भाय भाय भक्तिभीरडाकारि करुदसधिकवेदितम् अमर किन्नरनादानरलोक सर्वचित्तसुधार्चितम् जयति जय वसुधानवप्रिय देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् क्षणे हुङ्कृतलम्भाजम्पकृत मेघनिन्दितगर्जितम् सिंहढमरुक्षीणकटिगत नीलपट्टवसशोभितम् सोपन्मुदुनितीरे स्वघने धावै शरणभरे महिकम्पितम् जयति जय वसुधानवप्रिया देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् अभनिमण्डलप्रेमे बादल करलावधौ तदाभितम् तापि दिनहीनतर्कितदुर्जन केहनाभिलभन्तितम् श्रीपादपल्लवमधुरा माधुरी भजत ब्रह्मरसिकपितम् जयति जय वसुधानवप्रिया देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् ओमनिमञ्जिरचारुतरलित मधुर मधुर सुनन्दितम् अतुलरातुलयुगलपदातल अमलकमलसुराजितम् तेजियामराभनीमकर निताय पदनखशोभितम् जयति जय वसुधानवप्रिया देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् यान्हर भाई कली भुजागा भागल भेल सबे हर्षितम् अपन किरण जानुति मरण शायी ताय छे कमल सुराजितम् दुरित भय क्षिति अभनी आतुर भारतार करुणाशितम् जयति जय वसुधानवप्रिया देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् ईशतः सहित झलके दामिनी कामिनी गणमनमोहितम् सोपन्मुदुनितीरे नागरिकारे भावे लावणी उपरगिरितम् वचन बलयिते अधरा कम्पये बाहुतुलीक्षणे रोदितम् जयति जय वसुधानवप्रिया देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् जयति जय वसुधानवप्रिया देहि मे स्वापदान्तिकम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Let's quickly read the translation. So this is the description about Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, so you can imagine as we read the translation, we can imagine the beauty of Nityananda Prabhu. Your eyes are rolling in ecstasy as you cast furtive glances. Defeating nectar, your face is as effulgent and beautiful as the full moon. You are the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. O Nityananda Prabhu, I glorify you again and again. You are the beloved of Vasudha and Janava. Please give me the shelter of your lotus feet. So Vasudha and Janava, Jayati Jaya Vasujanava Priya. So Vasudha and Janava are the wives of Nityananda Prabhu. He has two wives, Vasudha and Janava, and the this is the repetitive line in this song. Okay, Jayati Jaya Vasujanava Priya Dehi me Swapadantikam. So give me the shelter of your lotus feet. Your earrings are brilliant as the sun, dangle playfully upon your attractive cheeks. O Prabhu, maddened bumblebees hover above and drink the honey from the fragrant malati garland decorating your limbs. Your long, graceful arms hang down to your knees, and they conquer the beauty of the trunk of an intoxicated elephant. With a thundering voice reverberating throughout the 10 directions, you cry out, oh brother, where are you? The hearts of all the residents from the hellish regions to the heavenly planets are attracted by your irresistible beauty. Sometimes in ecstasy you dance blissfully and roar so loudly that the vibration conquers the rumbling of clouds. From your waist, which is as thin as lion's waist or a dhamru drums, hangs a beautiful blue silken cloth. Wherever you run swiftly, whenever you run swiftly along the banks of the Ganges, the earth trembles below the caress of your lotus feet. You have completely inundated the entire universe with the clouds of your ecstasy. No one, be he miserable, poor, downtrodden, quarrelsome, or sinful, can escape the flood of your mercy. Your beautiful lotus feet are softer than the tender green leaves. The bee-like devotees always drink the sweet nectar flowing from your lotus feet. Your jeweled ankle bells move gently and tinkle sweetly. The soles of your incomparably pure and soft lotus feet radiate a reddish hue resembling two beautiful lotus flowers. The cooling rays of the moon have left the heavens to reside beneath your lotus feet, to emanate a shimmering effulgence from your toenails. Out of fear of your out of fear of you, the snake of Kali fled far away, thus making everyone happy. As the rising sun dispels the fear of darkness and gives life to the lotus flower, your appearance removes everyone's fear and their sinful reactions, and gives new life and hope to Bhumi, Mother Earth, who was suffering greatly from the burden of those sins. With a slight smile radiating from your lotus feet, you attract all beautiful girls who can understand the ecstatic emotions you relish when you fall to the ground in a swoon. Your lips tremble and sometimes you cry as you raise your hands over your head. O Nityananda Prabhu, I glorify you again and again. You are the beloved of Vasudha and Janava. Please give me the shelter of your lotus feet. So this is the description, and this is like a summary of what we will be learning today, the teachings of Nityananda Prabhu. He is very, very ecstatic, all the time immersed in Vipralamba Bhav, separation from his brother Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All right. So who is Nityananda Prabhu? Whose incarnation is he? Anybody? Who is Nityananda Prabhu? Nobody knows? Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Yes. Yes, Radha Krishna. Yeah, so who is Nityananda Prabhu? If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, then who is Nityananda Prabhu? We did this last class. Okay, wait. Let me give you the permission to unmute. Yes. Now you all can unmute and answer. Yes, Prabhuji.
Balaram.
Balram. Yes, Vanaja Mataji. So by the way, Prabhuji, Vishnu is an expansion of Balram. So Vishnu comes from Balram. Okay, so it's like the setup is like this. Krishna, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The very first expansion from Krishna is Balram. Okay, and from Balram comes all these, the three Vishnus that we have: Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Karandokshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu, then Mahasankarshan, Sankarshan. All these are expansions of Balram, and even Anantadev, right? The Ananta Shesha, the thousand-hooded snake, giving protection to Vishnu, as in giving shelter to Vishnu. He is also an expansion of Balram himself. So Balram is the Adi, the first expansion, and from him comes all the other expansions. Okay, and from the Kshirodakshay Vishnu come all the Leelavataras that we did, Narasimha, Vamana, Varaha, Rama, and so Kshirodakshay Vishnu is again coming from Balram. So Balram is like right after Krishna, it's Balram. So Balram is that high position, and he has come down in the form of Nityananda Prabhu, and he is most merciful. Okay. Now I have a question for you all. Who do you think is more merciful, Nityananda Prabhu or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Anybody?
Nityananda.
Who said that? Yes, Vanaja Mataji, yes. Nityananda Prabhu is more merciful even, compared to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Last class we all learnt that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate, right? Namo Mahavadanyaya. He is the most merciful incarnation of Krishna. But the fact is, Nityananda Prabhu is even more merciful. Okay, how? We will, prove that. In through the past tense we will be learning how merciful is Nityananda Prabhu. Can everybody see the screen visible, right? Okay. So Nityananda Prabhu,
Can you please enable the chat, please?
it's enabled, right? Oh, sorry. Yes, now it's enabled. Okay, so as you see on the screen, this is how Nityananda Prabhu looks. He's always dressed in blue clothes. Even Balramji used to dress up in blue clothes, like, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dresses up in yellow clothes, same like Krishna. Krishna also used to dress up in yellow clothes, right? And Balram, so Nityananda Prabhu is of white complexion, like white, okay, like a sheet of paper. So that is his complexion. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for that matter, he was golden complexioned because of Radharani, right? Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. So this is the difference. And Balram was also white, like literally white, okay, not even fair, not skin fair, like literally white. And so is Nityananda as well, okay. And this is how he looks. And you can see always dancing, raising his hands, and dancing, singing the glories of the Lord, singing the holy name of the Lord, and filled with ecstasy, ecstatic love, that is utmost love for Krishna. Okay, so he is elder. Balram is always elder to Krishna, right? He came in Krishna Lila also Balram was elder, and Chaitanya Lila also Nityananda Prabhu is elder to Krishna. So Balram had come to this world, Nityananda Prabhu had come to this world even before, long before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this world. Okay, here you can see the Panchatattvas. Okay, this is Advaita Prabhu, this is Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas. Okay, this is the Panchatattva mantra. Anybody can chant Panchatattva mantra? Who can chant? I've given the mantras, right? Last class, Prabhuji posted all the mantras in the... Yes, Vanaja Mataji.
Om Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Yes, so this should be like in by heart for all of us, because every time we do the japa, we have to chant this mantra. Every time we offer obeisances to Panchatattvas, we have to chant this mantra. And suppose you don't have, you don't have proper Panchatattva picture in your altar or anything as such, keep chanting this mantra. Okay, that is at least that way we can worship and stay connected with Panchatattvas, because we need their mercy, otherwise we cannot reach Radha Krishna, right? Kali Yuga, in Kali Yuga, it is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not Krishna. Krishna was in Papar Yuga, right? Now, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we get details about Nityananda Prabhu entirely, and this PPT is also based on Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is composed by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Okay, so Vrajendra Nandana hai Sachi Shuta, Haile Sai Balram hai ila Nittai. So entire Chaitanya Charitamrita is in Bengali. Okay, so all the verses are also composed in Bengali. So the meaning of this is Vrajendra Nandan hai Sachi Sutta Haila say Balram Haila Nittai. So Vrajendra Nandan, like how the darling of Vrindavan, we say Krishna is darling of Vrindavan. That Krishna has come as Sachi Sutta, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Same way Balram has come as Nityananda Prabhu in Chaitanya Leela. Okay, for Kali Yuga Leela. You see in the picture. So same yellow clothes, blue clothes, they have come. Okay. So this is his birthplace, Ekachakra in West Bengal. Okay, so this is how he is. If you go there to West Bengal, you can see all this. All these places are preserved and maintained even today. Okay, so he's born in Ekachakra Dham, and some of his childhood pastimes, so they used to, when he was a kid, he used to join all his friends and act pastimes, enact pastimes of the Lord. Could be Ram, it could be Krishna, it could be Narasimha, it could be Vamana, it could be Varaha, any of his avatars. He used to enact different pastimes, and one memorable incident is that when they were enacting Ram's pastimes, and Nityananda Prabhu took up the role of Hanuman. Okay, sorry, Lakshman, if I'm not wrong. Yes, Lakshman's role he took up, and there is this a bit, right, where Lakshman falls unconscious, and everybody thinks he's dead, right? And then Hanuman had to go and get Sanjeevani Parvat for him, and then he got back his life, right? So they were enacting that particular scene. And what happened, since Nityananda Prabhu was Lakshman, he had to fall down unconscious. He fell down, and he had to be dead, right? Lakshman was dead at that time. So he was supposed to act dead, and he acted dead. And meanwhile, when he was pretending to be dead, he got into that ecstatic mode, and into the mood of devotion, and what happened, he was lost in devotion, okay, to Krishna, definitely. And the one who was playing Hanuman's role went and brought the Sanjeevani Parvat and all that, and brought it near him, okay. And but then what happened, he was so so lost in devotion, everybody actually thought he was dead. Okay, so what happened, they stopped the play in middle, and the Hanumanji, who had to go and go take the Parvat near his mouth, near his nose, did not do that. He just took the Parvat and he was holding and standing there. Okay, so everybody thought he was dead. They were trying to wake him up. Everybody tried to wake him up, because that breathing sensation was not felt. Nobody could see that. Okay, so everybody got scared and they surrounded him. They did everything. They poured water. They did everything, but he did not wake up. So everybody came to a conclusion ki okay, something has happened to Nityananda Prabhu. But then later on, one of the person in that play was like, no, he is probably involved in the character. Hanuman has to go and give him the Sanjeevan Parvat, then only he will probably get up. So they pushed Hanuman to the forefront, and then he went and brought the Parvat. It's all normal props, na. He went and put it near his nose, and that time Nityananda Prabhu woke up. Everybody got back their lives, So that much involved he was. And then everybody asked, what happened? Why did you do this? Why did you scare us? He said, you people stopped the drama. I had to be dead, so I was dead. Lakshman had to be dead, so I was enacting Lakshman's role, so I was dead. So he is Nityananda, he is Balram himself. He can become alive, he can go, he can leave he can do anything possible, right? So he was saying and everybody was like, oh my God, Nityananda Prabhu has superpowers. Okay, so that much involved was he in his character. And then this is one memorable drama. And then next is so Harai Oja is the father of Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, so once what happened, Nityananda Prabhu was still a child. That time sannyasi came to his house, one of the sannyasis. And those days, Grihastha people who are in Grihastha needs to maintain sannyasis. When sannyasis or other devotees, Vaishnavas go to their house, they need to maintain them, as in serve them. However long they want to stay in their house, they need to serve them, take care of them. While leaving, we need to give them something in return, as in satisfy them, ask them what they want. So same way, Nityananda Prabhu's father also served as sannyasi, and he was about to leave, and they all asked him, what do you want? How can we satisfy you? And then this sannyasi told, I want your child in return. You give me your child, Nityananda. I will take him with me. Okay. So they were like, what? And they cannot say no. Whatever Vaishnavas ask, we have to give. So they were like, okay, fine. So Nityananda Prabhu went along with the sannyasi, and that day he left his house. So when he was a child itself, he left his house, and he went with the sannyasi. They traveled all over Vrindavan and all the nearby places there, Vrindavan, Puri, and all that place. So now he is like well versed with all the routes around. Okay, so they started with Gaya, and then they went to Vrindavan, and all the places there. Okay, and then Nityananda Prabhu also got initiated. He met Lakshmi Pati Tirtha. So here, see, different scriptures say different things, as in different people. Some Vaishnavas say he got initiated by Madhavendra Puri. Some people say he got initiated by Lakshmi Pati Tirtha. Okay. Anyway, both ways, I mean, he got guidance from Madhavendra Puri also. So Madhavendra Puri is also his guru. Both of them are his guru. Lakshmipati Tirtha is the guru of Madhavendra Puri also. And people say he got initiated there by Lakshmipati Tirtha in Pandharpur. Okay, and then he went back to, as in initiated, as in he took Diksha, and then he went back to Vrindavan. And there he had a vision of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. Okay. So like I said, Nityananda Prabhu was Nityananda Prabhu is very much elder to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, Nityananda Prabhu was already in his teenage or something like that. Okay. So you can imagine the age difference, right? And so Nityananda Prabhu was actually, in a way, he came to this world and he wanted to wait. When will Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come? Okay. So, and he got a vision when he went back to Vrindavan that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will soon be appearing in Navadvip. And then he waited, and he waited for the actual, the actual piece was Sankirtan movement, right? He waited for that. And this is the picture you see. This is Nityananda Prabhu, and this is Lakshmi Pati Tirtha, who is initiating him. Okay, and yeah. So now once he understood, once he got to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now born, now he's grown up. Okay, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu grew up a little, like when he came to his teenage or something, where they actually started the Sankirtan movement. That time Nityananda Prabhu from Vrindavan, he went to Navadvip, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's place, that is. Okay, he went there and he hid in Nandan Acharya's house. See, these are all for pastimes purpose. Why did Nityananda Prabhu hide? All these things are like to create this fun element. Okay, he was waiting for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so long, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also in a way waiting for Nityananda Prabhu. They are eternal brothers, right? Nobody can separate them, Krishna and Balram. So just to bring in the fun elements, these pastimes are created. Okay, so he went and hid in Nandan Acharya in Navadvip. Okay, and then when he was hiding, while he was hiding in Nandan Acharya's house, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gets an indication of Nityananda Prabhu. How? He gets a dream. Okay, so what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu see in the dream? So he saw a big chariot, okay, Ratha, and the Ratha came and stopped right in front of his door. That's what he's seeing in his dream. And from the Ratha comes Nityananda Prabhu, fully dressed in blue and dhoti and turban and all that, and then holding kamandalu in his hand, right? Nityananda Prabhu also is a sannyasi, right? So, after he got married, definitely he takes sannyas. So holding kamandalu in hand, and one characteristics that describes Nityananda Prabhu is the ecstatic joy. He's lost in ecstasy, literally lost in ecstasy all the time. That is one characteristic. Anybody seeing anybody who is dressed in blue and lost in ecstasy is Nityananda Prabhu. That is like identity card for Nityananda Prabhu. Okay. So he saw all this in the dream. He was coming down, and then he was asking everybody, where is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house? Okay, that was the dream he got, and then that's why they are always known together. Nimai and Nitai, or Gaura and Nitai. We call them. We address them together. They cannot be separated. They are eternally together, and so this was the dream. Okay, he saw. And after he woke up, he discussed about this dream with all his associates, okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates. and they were like, okay, so maybe something is going to, maybe it will come true or something like that. Okay, and then what happened? He actually ordered Srivas and Haridas Thakur to go search everywhere in Navadvip and get this person. Okay, he described blue color clothes and always lost in ecstasy. Get this person, find wherever he is. Okay, so Nityananda, Srivas Acharya and Haridas Thakur go search everywhere, and they will not find Nityananda Prabhu anywhere. Okay, and then they come back to Lord Chaitanya and say, no, we didn't find. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was like, no, he should be there. Definitely he will be there. I got this indication ki he will be coming in my dream. So he should be there. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is God, Krishna himself, right? So he knows he was hiding in Nandanacharya's house. So he directly goes to Nandanacharya's house, and, Nityananda Prabhu cannot hide, in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because of the effulgence coming out from his body. He's Balram, right? The effulgence coming out from his body, and the love for he had for Krishna. All these things were so exorbitantly exhibited. Okay, and so he could not hide, and nobody and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went. The moment he went, Nityananda Prabhu came out, and they embraced each other. They embraced each other, and they were like, "Where were you so long? We couldn't meet, right?" So, and then that's how it happened. And see, nobody in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami states, it's not, and even Prabhupada states in the purports, it's not easy to understand the mysterious proceedings or pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, because Nityananda Prabhu is the foremost devotee, right? He's the first expansion, so foremost devotee of Krishna. So it's very, very difficult to analyze what Nityananda Prabhu is up to. Okay, so they were embracing each other and discussing, exchanging feelings of love for continuously. Okay, and then it's beautiful. I think you need to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. All of you start reading. It's wonderful. And then when the moment Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees Nityananda, all with like his associates offering him obeisances, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also bows down and humbly offers him obeisances because he's elder to him in age, right? Respecting all that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna is offering obeisances to Balram. Can you imagine? So these are the kind of values we got to take back. Although it's not about the position you are in, it's about the values you take back, or you project. And both of them were looking at each other and drinking the nectar of their forms through their eyes. We already got an idea of how beautiful Nityananda Prabhu is through the bhajan, right? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was just looking at him for hours, and he was literally drinking the nectar, both of them, each other, because both of them were very beautiful, right? So this is their association, this is their bond. See, you can see in the picture. This is how they met. This is for the very first time they met each other. Okay, and now coming to the main part, Jagai Madhai deliverance. This pastime proves how merciful Nityananda Prabhu is. Nityananda Prabhu is more merciful than Krishna. He is more merciful than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, like you see in the picture, Jagai and Madai. These are the two brothers. Okay, so before getting into this, we need to discuss a little about the background. Okay, so they both meet each other, they both team up, and now all of them are there, right? Haridas Thakur is there, Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas Acharya, everybody is there. So they all form a team and they start spreading Harinam. That is, every day they wake up and they do this job of spreading Harinam everywhere. Okay, so Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur usually are sent together. They are split into teams, pairs, and they go everywhere and spread Harinam. So Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur go house to house, door to door, whoever they see on the way, marketplace, anywhere, and ask them to chant the holy name of the Lord. Give them the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and ask them to chant. Okay, so this was their routine, daily routine. And so that day also they did the same thing. Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu was going on the road, and in a marketplace they find Jagai and Madhai. These are the two brothers. They are drunkards. Okay, they are very sinful. They've done every sin in the world. Okay, they've killed people. They've robbed people. They've murdered people. They've half murdered people. Okay, they've exploited women. They've done every sort of sin that is there in this world. Okay, so they are that sinful, very very sinful. All the time they drink and walk on the streets early in the morning also. Okay, so that day also they were drunk and they're walking on the streets, and Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur stop them and they say, please chant holy name of the Lord, and they give them Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They get very frustrated. They're like, who are you? What are you doing? Let us, leave us alone. We don't want to chant. Okay, and they rebel against Nityananda Prabhu, and they rebel, and the conversations keep going on. Nityananda Prabhu keeps requesting them politely, chant, please chant, so that you can actually get the real happiness. Drinking will not give you real happiness. And he goes on requesting them, and they both go on refusing the request. Okay, and then what happens? They get very angry. At one point, they stop tolerating. They get very angry because they're first of all drunk, right? And Madhai, okay, Madhai takes an earthen pot next, lying there on the street. It was a broken earthen pot. Okay, the piece. A broken earthen pots will be sharper, right? The pieces will be sharper. With that, he tries to hit, and he hits. He hits Nityananda Prabhu. You can see in the picture there is blood over here, right? So he hits, throws the piece at him and hits Nityananda Prabhu. Blood starts bleed. I mean, he starts bleeding. Okay, and the moment he starts bleeding, Haridas Thakur goes and runs and informs Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, saying that these two brothers have hurt Nityananda Prabhu and he's bleeding very badly. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gets so angry. He gets so angry. Okay, and he runs and comes to the place, and then at once, he forgets he's come down as the Vadanyaya incarnation. Okay, he forgets that he's come down as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnation. Okay, he forgets, and you can see in the picture, he tries to take Sudarshan. Okay, he forgets that he is not Krishna right now, he is Radha. He forgets all that. He forgets that he is a devotee. Okay, so he's Bhakta Vatsala, right? Something happens to his devotee, he gives up all his promises. We saw that even in Bhishma Mahabharat, right? He said, I will not take any weapon in the war, but then he took the chariot wheel and he wanted to kill Bhishma, right? So he forgets his promises just to save Arjun. He forgot his promise here just to save Nityananda Prabhu. He forgot his own plan of coming out to this Kali Yuga, coming down in this Kali Yuga, and takes the Sudarshan Chakra. Sudarshan Chakra was about to manifest, and that time Balram stops. Nityananda Prabhu stops him and says, what are you doing? Have you forgotten why you are here? Right? You are not supposed to take any weapon in this avatar. Right? Your weapon is Harinam. Your weapon is your appearance, beauty. Right? Your weapon is your kindness. Your weapon is your humility, because in Kali Yuga, these kinds of weapons only work. The real weapons do not work. Okay, if you go and harass people or tell them this is right, this is wrong, or boss over people, nobody will listen. But if you go and humbly request, then they will try. There is some chance of people agreeing to you, right? So Balram, I mean Nityananda Prabhu says all this, and then Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stops invoking Sudarshan and says, okay, fine. He relaxes, and then he says, okay, on one condition I can deliver both of them, right? Jagai and Madhai. You have to, I can abolish all your sinful reactions just based on one condition. You have to apologize, definitely apologize, Nityananda Prabhu, and chant the holy name of the Lord. If you promise me that you will be chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then I will deliver you. Okay, and they both agree, and they apologize Nityananda Prabhu, and then they start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then what happens? They both turn to pure devotees, like literally pure devotees. Okay, and anybody knows who is Jagai and Madhai? Eternally, who are they? They are from Vaikuntha. They're not from this world. Any guesses? The twin brothers we keep talking about. We've done this in, a clue if I have to give you. Yes, Vanaja Mataji.
Jaya Vijay.
Yes, Hari Bol, Jaya Vijay. They are Jaya Vijay from Vaikunta. They are doorkeepers of Vaikunta, and they have come down as Jaga and Madhai just for pastimes. Okay, in Krishna Lila they were Shishupal and Dantavakra, right? And in Satya Yuga they were Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. And in Ramavatar, they were Kumbhakarna and Ravan and Kumbhakarna. And in Chaitanya Lila, they are Jaga and Madhai. Okay, just to accompany the Lord and prove. And this is one more example that always the most fallen, the most sinful gets actually delivered first. Okay, even if you see in Jaga and Madhai, Madhai was the one who threw the piece, the earthen piece, and hit Nityananda Prabhu. So Madhai got delivered first. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was like, okay, fine. Madhai got delivered first. Madhai first agreed, yes, yes, we will chant. Madhai first agreed, yes, yes, I will become a pure devotee. And then Jagai also said, yes, yes. Right? So the most fallen actually get delivered first. Even in Prabhupada's Leela, if you see, Prabhupada actually first went and converted hippies into devotees. Most fallen, most unfit, they get the first share of mercy. And hippies, drug addicts were delivered first, and then others. Prabhupada took over others. So and in Kali Yuga, everybody is fallen, right? At least compared to other yugas, here most we are most fallen. That's why we have the easiest way to go back to the Lord. Just chant, nothing else. But compared to other yugas, it's the most easiest way. Just chanting. Okay. So more details about spreading Sankirtana. I already gave you a brief background. So this is how they used to always, dance and energize the atmosphere, give them good vibes so that people can all join them. At least looking at them, people will dance, people will join Sankirtan, right? They used to use two instruments, basic instruments, Mridangam and Kartals. Okay, I would suggest if you all can, get these Kartals and when you're doing Hare Krishna Mahamantra Kirtan or any other bhajan, you can always use the Kartals. Okay. Yes, if you get a chance, read Srila Prabhupada's biography. It's there available as a one thin book. Okay, you can buy that. And so this is how they used to energize the entire atmosphere, join people. We have these what are those called? Nowadays also we have these kind of bands and all that. People go with instruments, they go on like flash mob and all that on the roads that people perform, right? They involve people, they include all the others looking at them performing, right? Same way Nityananda Prabhu and the Panchatattva team, basically the Power Pack team, used to do the same thing that time. Okay, they used to go on road with as a team with the instruments. Some people would sing, some people would dance, some people would play the instruments. Okay, and involve everybody around, and they used to perform Sankirtan morning till night. Okay, please go on mute. Morning till night they would perform like this. You can see how beautiful it is, right? On the market, in the marketplace, everywhere, literally, you can see one person is selling flowers here, right? This is a residence. People are standing, peeping out through their windows, right? This is the way they used to dance and spread the glory of Harinam. They used to make people feel the happiness, literally feel the happiness. People used to get goosebumps after listening to the Harinam here, and they all used to start, singing along with them. Okay, and yeah, so it's very beautiful. So this was their daily routine, right? And I remember somebody asked me in the last class, is it compulsory to worship the photo or the picture of Panchatattvas? Why can't we just chant their names or hear their glories? The forms are beautiful, and why did they take such beautiful forms and come down? Every picture that you saw, just see the ecstasy. This is Balram. Just see how beautifully he's cheering up everybody to sing the Harina, right? Every picture that you see how colorfully they are dressed. Each person is identified by the color dress color, right? Because all of them are look alike, right? If apart from Advaita Acharya and Srivas, these three people look alike. So the forms are very important. You need to see them, and like I said, at least download their pictures in the mobile phone, and look at them every day. Okay, it's very important. Their mercy is very important. Okay, and these are all verses, snippets from various bhajans and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay. प्रेमी मत्त नित्यानंद कृपा अवतार उत्तम अधम किछु ना करे विचार. Because he is intoxicated by ecstatic love and is an incarnation of mercy, he does not distinguish between good and bad. We already saw everybody on the road, even drunkards. They used to stop. They used to be like chant Harinam. They used to go knock the door to door. They used to go. People used to open the door and they would be like, "How many people are there in your house? Call everybody outside." And then they would be like, they would explain them the glories of Harinam, and they would be like, chant this mantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, okay, and become free from this vicious cycle of birth and death. No differentiation, no distinguishing. I already told you, right, last class, Krishna gave a condition. First you surrender, then I will deliver you, right? But here, nothing. You drink, you do whatever you want, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you will automatically become a devotee. You will automatically become a devotee. You will automatically become pure. You will automatically stop drinking. This was the mercy Nityananda Prabhu was showering upon all of them. No differentiation. Whether you are good, whether you are bad. He was not distinguishing because he was filled with ecstasy. He was filled with joy, right? Joy, and he was ever ready to give that mercy to others, right? There is one bhajan, no? नादिया गोत्र में नित्यानंदा महाजन पातियाचे नाम हटा जीवेरा कारण. So he was selling Harinam. He had opened a marketplace, shop, free of cost. He was selling Harinam. All you need is faith to go and accept Harinam. All we had to give or pay was a little faith. He was ready, openly distributing Harinam. So that was Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, right? And जारे देखे तारे को हे दंते तृणाधोरे आमरे के लिया लो bolo गौरा हरि. So he explains to whoever he sees while holding a straw between his teeth, please purchase me by worshipping Gaurahari. So he's saying, I will give myself to you. Okay, who is saying this? Nityananda Prabhu is saying, I can give myself to you provided you worship Gaurahari. Always chant Bhaja Gauranga, Kaho Gaurango, Laho Gaurangero Namere. Again, this is also composed by Nityananda Prabhu. He's saying, worship Gaurahari always. Bhajo Gauranga, Kaho Gauranga, chant his name. Laho Gauranga, talk about Gauranga, and I will give myself to you. So Nityananda Prabhu is, Nityananda Prabhu represents whom? He is Balram, yes, but he represents one of the tattvas. In Panchatattvas, we have 5 tattvas, right? Which is that tattva that Nityananda Prabhu is representing? Anybody knows? Why should we please Nityananda Prabhu? Why? Why should Nityananda Prabhu give himself to us? Yes, Vanaja Mataji.
Bhakta Rupa Swarupa.
Bhakta Rupa is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Swarupakam is Nityananda Prabhu. So Swarupaka means his plenary expansion, yes. But what is that one tattva that he represents? Nobody knows? Guru tattva. Without Guru, can we get Krishna? No. No. Nityananda Prabhu is the principal Guru. All the Gurus that we have today are derived from Nityananda's energy. The spiritual masters that we have today. Anybody who's called a spiritual master derives their energy from Nityananda Prabhu. He is the principal Guru. Okay, he is the Guru Tattva, the truth. The Guru Tattva is truth, right? So he is representing the truth of Guru. Okay, so without Guru, we cannot go to Krishna. So if you want Radha Krishna Prem, you need first of all Guru's mercy. Without Guru's mercy, no Radha Krishna. So without approaching Nityananda, we cannot approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without approaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we cannot get Radha Krishna. Got it? So Nityananda Prabhu is the starting point. Through him we can approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we can approach Radha Krishna. Okay, so this is the that is the reason it's mandatory for us to receive Nityananda's mercy. Okay, and how we can receive Nityananda's mercy? By chanting Gaura Hari. See, it's again interconnected, right? It's so wonderful. Dinahina patita parmara nahi bache, Brahma durlabha premi sabha kare jache. So Lord Nityananda freely offered his exalted prema, which is difficult for Lord Brahma to attain, even to the fallen and wretched souls who did not desire it. See, even if people do not want, he was ready to give. He gave that mercy. That merciful is Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, so he is more merciful than Krishna. Abhadda Karuna Sindhu Nitai Katiya Mohan Ghare Ghare Bole Prema Amiyarpan. So the ocean of mercy had formerly been sealed tight, but Nityananda cut the channel in its boundary to allow the great flooding waves of nectarian love to splash from house to house. See, so beautifully this is written, no? The mercy, the ocean of mercy was first sealed. It was sealed tight, but it was Nityananda Prabhu who came and opened it. And the waves of mercy just started flooding, splashing everywhere from house to house. Okay. And now after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes sannyas, what happens? Even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, Nityananda Prabhu had already taken sannyas because Nityananda Prabhu is elder, right, compared to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you can see in the picture. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, along with other associates, Haridas Thakur and all of them, Mukunda Datta and all, they were invited by Advaita Acharya, okay, Advaita Acharya, to his house. So Advaita Acharya invited all of them for a feast. Okay, so Advaita Acharya is a Brahmana. He is a Grihastha. He has a wife, Sita. Okay, now his wife Sita prepared a feast for them. Okay, you can see so many varieties of foodstuffs, delicacies she prepared. Then Advaita Acharya offered them all to Vishnu himself, and then kept aside as prasadam. And then he called both of them. He was like, you come and sit and taste prasadam, okay, eat. And then they both came and sat. They saw the setup. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so pleased by the setup. Okay, see, so neatly compartmentalized all the food in the plate. I mean, not a plate, it's a leaf, okay, banana leaf. So it was neatly arranged and looking so palatable. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, fell for the presentation. He felt, very good, and he said, whoever cooks, okay, tasty food and delicacies, I'm sure to deliver them. He said, I will take their feet and keep on my head. I will take their lotus feet and keep on my head all the time. See, that is the place Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving for those who cook tasty food, offer it to Lord, and eat it as prasadam. So even cooking is not going to go in vain. It's not a material activity, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is himself declaring, right? Anybody who offers me tasty food, I'm going to give them, love, right? So it's very important. So a lot of people have this kind of regret kind of a feeling, no? Oh, all I'm doing is cooking at home. I'm not doing anything else. Cook for Krishna. You get everything in the world. What more do you want, right? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has openly declared. So because it steals his heart. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a very he loved food basically, and his favorite items. Gaura Purnima usually devotees prepare his favorite items. His favorite items is banana. He loves banana. Anything made of banana. Okay, banana flour. He loves banana flour curry. People make. Okay, he really likes banana flour curry and cooking banana items. All these things he likes. Okay, so he gives you Krishna prem. Just cook for him. Cook for Krishna. Okay, and so both of them sit and eat. And by the way, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, right? So sannyasis are not supposed to eat so much. And look at the amount of food he kept in front of him, right? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu initially says, no, I'm a sannyasi. I cannot eat so many food items. All I can eat is boiled vegetables, little bit of plain rice probably, but so much of sweets and buttermilk and yogurt and cakes, and look at the preparation, dal preparations, rice preparations, so many varieties, okay, and so many sweets. So many rich, they are all lavishly cooked, not with lots of ghee and dry fruits and all that. So he's like, I can't eat all this. This is supposed to be eaten by a Gruhastha. And he denies initially. And then Advaita Acharya says, I know who you are. I know your intentions. You are Krishna himself. So you eat, no problem. Okay, nobody will take it wrong. And then he was, Advaita Prabhu persuades him. And then finally he agrees. And both of them, Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, start honoring the prasadam. Okay, and then there is a very jovial talk happening here between Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya. Okay, so Nityananda Prabhu is also a sannyasi, right? And by the way, both of them, Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, were fasting for 3 days. Past 3 days they were fasting. They were busy in Sankirtan, conducting Nagar Sankirtan, and they did not eat. Okay, and they were traveling also, no, to Advaita Acharya's house. They did not eat anything. So they had to break the fast and get some energy. And this point also Advaita Acharya added. And that time Nityananda Prabhu said, he's also a sannyasi. He's also not supposed to eat so much of lavishly cooked food. But then the Nityananda Prabhu, this is just a fun kind of conversation. He says, what is this? It's so less. This is like 4th day of fasting for me. This is not, I'm not going, I don't think I can break my fast with this kind of food. So this is just for fun, okay? And Advaita Acharya says, you are a sannyasi and look at the way you are eating. Who will call you a sannyasi, right? So these are the kind of emotions or bond they shared, okay? And Advaita Acharya definitely knows who is Nityananda Prabhu, who is Balram himself, right? These are the lovely exchanges happening between devotees, right? And Advaita Acharya is a devotee. He's Shiva, right? Vishnu and Shiva in combined form. So Shiva is again a Vaishnava. Okay, and birthday of Nityananda Prabhu is celebrated as Nityananda Trayodashi. Okay, it just got over. Appearance day of Lord Nityananda. And then Lord Chaitanya orders Nityananda to preach in Bengal. So now there is another wonderful pastime. I think we can end with this pastime. Okay. Nityananda has got the instruction. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas diksha, he travels. He goes to Puri and settles, right, in Orissa. Now in Bengal, the preaching movement still had to continue. For that, he employs Nityananda Prabhu. He says, you stay in Bengal, I am going to move out. You stay in Bengal and you preach. Okay. So now there is a nice pastime, Raghunath Das Goswami's pastime. Okay. There is a festival also. In this pastime is very famous. In June, this festival is going to happen. If you have time, please make time and visit ISKCON temples or ISKCON centers on that particular day, because you get nice feast again. Okay, it's called Panihati Chida Dahi. It is so Panihati Chida Dahi is place on the banks of Ganga basically. Chida Dahi, Chida is how do I describe? It's kind of chipped rice. Okay, and dahi is curd definitely. So it's the chipped rice is mixed with dahi and with bananas and other fruits, dry fruits and all that, and made it into a nice palatable dish, and it is served on that particular day. Along with that, it is a feast, right? So you get a lot of other items also. Every ISKCON temple has this feast arranged. You can just walk in, have nicely. Okay, I think it is in June. Okay, someday in June. Why this festival is celebrated? Why is this feast celebrated? So basically this festival was given as a punishment to Raghunath Das Goswami. We just saw that Nityananda Prabhu is the Guru Tattva, right? He is the Guru himself, the Adi Guru, the first Guru. Okay, from him only all the other spiritual masters emanate. Okay, so because he is the Guru, we cannot approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without approaching Nityananda Prabhu. This is a thumb rule. We have to follow whether we like it or not. It's first Nitai, then Nimai. Okay. Now, Raghunath Das Goswami, what he did, he directly went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without approaching Nityananda Prabhu. It's like we have to go through him. But he directly went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, approached him, spoke to him, got, all the mantras and all. I mean, Krishna Prem. He wanted to get Krishna Prem, right? So, Nityananda Prabhu got to know, and he was like, he put his feet on his head. Okay, Nityananda Prabhu put his feet on his head and said, how dare you approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without approaching me? I need to recommend you. I need to take you. I need to introduce you to him. Right? He is the Guru, right? So how can you go and approach? So you need to take punishment for this. And then Raghunath Das Goswami was like, what punishment? And then Nityananda Prabhu is like, you have to offer free food of what? Chida and Dahi. You need to offer food to everybody here in this place, Panihati. Okay. And then he's like, what? Punishment? Offering food is a punishment. And then, yes, it has to be lavishly done and you have to offer it. And that's how this festival started. Okay. And this is also a lesson. Although the punishment is very sweet, this is a lesson we have to take back. We cannot approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu has to, that's why he came first, no? This is another logic we need to understand. First, Nityananda Prabhu came to this world to introduce the world to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? Directly, the world cannot be introduced to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It should be through Nityananda Prabhu. It should be through the Guru. And he is the principal Guru, Adi Guru. Okay. So that's why it is Nitai Gauranga. We never say Gauranga Nitai, right? So Nitai Nimai. So it's always Nitai. One reason he is elder, second reason Guru. He is the one. And also, before conceiving Krishna, Devaki conceived Balram, right? And from Devaki's womb, Balram was moved to Rohini's womb. That's a different story. But first she conceived Guru. Why? Guru is the one who takes you to Krishna. So Devaki had to be taken to Krishna only through Guru, Balram. Balram is Adi Guru. That's why Balram went into her womb. And then she was prepared, right? A Guru prepares you, grooms you to become a devotee. And then you become a devotee and you go to Krishna, right? So groomed her, made her, prepared her. And then he moved out. He went to Rohini, right? And why Rohini? Because again, Krishna would have to go to Vrindavan, no, after he was born. Their environment had to be prepared. It is the Guru who comes and grooms again. Guru had to be there first. Guru have to be first there, before Krishna comes, Guru has to be there. So he goes there and then waits for Krishna to come. So there he prepares the environment again, prepares all of them, grooms them, converts them into devotees. I mean, they are already devotees anyway. And then sets up the environment such that Krishna can come. They can all be introduced to Krishna. Okay, so this is the arrangement. So Guru has to be there before Krishna. So that's why all of us, we first pray to Guru and then we pray to Krishna. Okay, so this is the link. This is the levels of mercy. First, mercy we need to pray for is Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. Next, Radharani's mercy. Next, Krishna's mercy. Okay, so it is Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radharani, Krishna. Okay, these are the levels we have to remember. And just beautiful pictures. And these are the two, wives he had, Janava and Vasudha, right? And so we will be ending with this slide, last one for the day. So this is like just to differentiate between the moods. Okay, when he was Balram, when he came to this world as Balram, how he was. When he came to this world as Nityananda, how he is. Right? So Balram, as the name suggests, strongest, right? Bala is strong. And he was like that when he came as Balram, right? People were finding it so, they were scared to even approach him. But as Nityananda, when he came down, just look at him, so merciful, right? Merciful than Krishna, than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And look at the way he's falling. I mean, as Balram, as an elder brother, he was, instructing Krishna sometimes in Krishna Lila. But in Chaitanya Lila, if you see, he's falling down to the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and seeking his mercy, right? Blessings. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was leading the Panchatattva team, right? Although Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, they were all old, but still Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could take the lead, right? And one more pastime that happened, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, okay, as Balram in Krishna Lila. Can anybody say what is happening in this particular picture? Who is this getting scared over here? Anybody knows? Yes, Avantika Mataji. Do you know? Nobody knows? Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I'm traveling, so I was not able to see the picture. I'm sorry, I was just listening.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so the picture here you see is of Roma Harshana. Okay, so Roma Harshana is a disciple of Vyasadev. Vyasadev, who is the composer of Bhagavatam, right? His disciple is Roma Harshana sitting there. So here there was, this is Naimisharanya, okay, where sacrifices happen, all auspicious activities happen. So that particular day also all auspicious activities were happening, devotional activities were happening, and Balram went there. All these you can see, all the rishis are here, right, assembled here. And Roma Harshana was on the Vyasasan. He was like taking the lead there because he is the senior most disciple of Vyasadev. So he had that position and he was taking the lead and he was occupying the Vyasasan, the Guru Asan there. But when Balram came, all the remaining people here, all the Brahmanas got up from their seats, stood up as a token of respect, towards Balram. But Roma Harshana did not get up from his seat. Okay, he had all shastras, he had, on his tongue. He knew all the mantras, he knew all the philosophies, right? He by-hearted all the scriptures, okay? But what is the point if you don't have values? Basic values, right? Basic values. Balram is, at least because Balram was king of Dwarka, he had to get up from his place. No, he did not. And everybody knew Balram is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Still, he was proud of his, the knowledge that he had. This is called theoretical knowledge. If you don't apply it practically, all the Shastras say, no, we have to respect elders, we have to respect the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he just knows theoretically and not implementing it. What is the point knowing it? What is the whole point of learning? What is the whole point of knowledge? Right? He was still sitting. So Balram got angry. When Balram came in Krishna Lila, he was very angry. But in Nityananda, when Nityananda came in Chaitanya Lila, no anger at all. So merciful. He saved Madhai, the person who was about to hit Nityananda Prabhu, who already hit Nityananda Prabhu. But here, Balram, is so angry just because Roma Harshana did not get up from his place. See the difference in the mood, right? This is a very nice pastime that depicts the difference, right? He just did not get up from his seat and he got so angry. And what did Balram do? He killed Roma Harshana because of that. How? With a blade of grass, kusa grass. He just took one straw, okay, one blade of grass, and he by just striking it on his body, he killed Roma Harshana. Roma Harshana died. Balram is so powerful. Just by striking with a blade of grass, he could kill people. And Roma Harshana died on spot. But what did he do? He saved Madhai from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? So this is the difference. That's why when you worship Balram in the form of Nityananda Prabhu, you get instant mercy. We just saw, no? He was the one who unlocked the mercy, the ocean of mercy. Till then it was closed, tight. He is the one who came and unlocked, and waves of mercy just incessantly, flooded house to house, door to door. So, e age padaya tare karya nishtara, ata eva nishtarila mohena durachara. So he delivers all those who fall down before him. Therefore, he has delivered such a sinful and fallen person as me. Nobody can be as sinful as him, right? So Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Shushitala Je Chaya Jagat Jure Heno Nitai Bine Bai Radha Krishna Paite Nai Drida Kori Dharo Nitair Paye. So means the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda are the shelter where one will get the soothing moonlight, not only of one, but of millions of moons. If the world wants to have real peace, it should be, we should take shelter of Lord Nityananda. Unless one takes shelter under the shade of lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, it will be difficult, very difficult for him to approach Radha Krishna. We already learned this. If one actually wants to enter into the dancing party of Radha Krishna, the Rasa Leela, he must firmly catch hold of Nityananda feet. Okay. Whoever has not worshipped my Nitai or taken advantage of this excellent opportunity offered by him knowingly commits suicide. Knowingly commits suicide. Can you imagine? Even after understanding, we need to take the shelter of shelter of the lotus feet of Nityananda, and if we've not taken the shelter, we are knowingly committing suicide. Okay, now it's all up to us what we want to choose, how much we want to worship whom, right? And one quick facts I want to give you. So Nityananda Prabhu is the one who worships, Balram is the one who worships Krishna in all the 5 rasas, right? There are 5 rasas in how we can worship Krishna in Shantaras. So how Balram worships Krishna in Shantaras? He becomes Krishna's slippers. He is Adishesha, becoming the bed of Krishna, right? He is grass there in Goloka, where he takes the dust of the feet of Krishna, right? He becomes Krishna's dress. He becomes Krishna's pillow. He becomes Krishna's bed. Everything we use, he becomes Krishna's decorations, the ornaments and jewelry and the turban and all that. Everything which and the mridangam, kartal that you see, this kartal that we use in Kirtan, this is Balram serving Krishna in Shantabhav, neutral form. That's why anything we use in Krishna's service, all that is Balram. We need to equally respect. This is Balram. We can't just keep throwing this or anything such. Okay, if you're using it in Krishna's service, it's Balram serving Krishna in Shantabhav. Okay, so that way he worships Krishna in Shantabhav. Next, Sakya Bhav. There definitely Balram was one of the Gopabalas, right? Balram was a friend. I mean, as a friend, although he was an elder brother, they used to go to the forest together with other Gopabalas, right? Cowherd boys taking care of the cows, playing together. So that way he serves Krishna as a friend, and then he also serves Krishna as in Vatsalya Bhav. How? As an elder brother. Okay, because he was an elder brother, he used to serve Krishna in Vatsalya Bhav. Then Dasya Bhav. How? He used to massage feet of Krishna when he was sleeping, because Krishna used to be feel tired. He was young, no? He was very small compared to Balram. So he, out of that love of affection, he used to massage the feet, take care of feet of Krishna. So that way Dasya Bhav he used to worship. Also in Madhurya Bhav, Balram was took form of Ananga Manjari. He became a Manjari just to enter the Rasa Leela and associate with Krishna in Madhurya Ras. Madhurya Ras is conjugal love, right? So he took a form of a female. Balram became Ananga Manjari so that he could worship or serve Krishna in Madhurya Bhav. Okay, love. And that's how he worships Krishna in all the 5 rasas. The only devotee, okay, known in the scriptures who worships Krishna in all the 5 rasas is Balramji. Okay, so with this we end. Any questions? I'm sorry I took more time today. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
In which chapter can we find Nityananda in Chaitanya Charitamrita?
So in Adi Leela, you can find in chapter 4. One moment, let me confirm. So this is how Chaitanya Charitamrita looks. Okay, this is Adi Leela, volume 1, golden color. Okay, I think you have to buy and read it. It's really nice. Yes, chapter 5. Okay, in Adi Leela, volume 1. Chapter 5 is a description about Nityananda Prabhu. That is very brief again. Okay.
Thank you,
Yes.
Mata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Anybody? Any questions? No questions? No questions? Then we can end. Also, one moment. Let me show you the Panchatattvas. You can, the photograph you need to worship. It's very clear and nice. If you can take this picture and worship, it's going to be nice. Can you all see the screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, so if you can buy this, most ISKCON centers have this. You can get this picture or download this particular picture in your phone, or take print out and just keep it in your altar, stick it in your altar. You can do anything, but keep them. Always try and have a picture at your house. And deities if possible. Gaura Nitai deities we can worship. Okay, Nityananda Prabhu and Balram deities we can worship. Any size, because they don't take offenses, no rules and regulations. But we cannot worship the deities of Radha Krishna. We can only worship Radha Krishna picture. And it's a compulsion, again mandatory, to have Radha Krishna picture also. Panchatattva picture and Radha Krishna picture is very much recommended. Okay. Any other questions anybody has? Nobody? Okay, if no questions, we can end the class. Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Hare Krishna. So next class we will be learning about Advaita Acharya. Okay, the third in the Panchatattvas. Okay. Bye. Thank you all. Thanks for attending. Okay, keep reading and keep serving the Lord. Keep chanting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.